Break the bank. We have got you covered today, and it's a two-parter. We have Sauvignon Blanc and then Rosé all day. That's coming up a little bit later. But Master Sommelier Vincent Morrow is back to take us on this wine journey.
Hi, Frank.
How are you, sir?
Great to be back.
Good to have you here. So wine doesn't have to be expensive to be good, right?
Not at all. Yeah.
How come? What is that? Just a misnomer or what?
Yeah, well, I think in general with labor and production and land costs, especially here in the Bay Area, it can be challenging to produce wines, especially to our counterparts in Europe that, have more subsidies and things of that nature to produce wine at a lower cost. But I think it's still possible. We just have to look for it.
So the process is the same in making a good bottle of wine as opposed to a bargain bottle of wine, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
So where are the differences?
Main differences, looking at your yields in the vineyard, how you're farming, which, a lot of the times requires human, which is the most expensive labor, as well as the equipment that you're using to harvest, the equipment we're using to make the wine, if you're using oak barrels and things of that nature. And then, you have to pay your taxes and you have to pay your business costs. So it depends.
Well, one last question. If people are going up to Napa right now or to Sonoma, what are they seeing in terms of the grapes? Where are they right now on the vine?
It's an exciting time to be in wine country right now. We're just starting to see the process of something called veraison, and it's a process where the fruit is starting to really focus all of its energy into the end of the season, into ripening the seeds. And as the seeds ripen, the skins will start to change color. And that's a signal to all the wildlife and predators around it. Hey. I'm sweet. I'm delicious, and I'm ready to eat, and that fruit will get eaten, and the seed is deposited somewhere else, and that seed has a better chance of survival. So as that color changes from green to purple or red or gold, depending on the grape variety, that's a signal to the wildlife around it that it's ready. So that's the process we're seeing right now.
And I think we're ready to find out about Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
And you've got some wine right here. Tell us what we're doing.
So I have some mystery wines for you, all based on the Sauvignon Blanc grape variety, but all coming from different producers across California, and maybe one that's not from California, but has some connections here.
A bit of mystery, perhaps.
Exactly.
All right. Well, take us on a tour.
Yeah. So why don't we start with our wine on the right?
This one here?
Yes, okay. Exactly. So that's our first one. Cheers.
Cheers.
And Sauvignon Blanc can cover a wide variety of spectrums from, being really lean and crisp and tart, which I think maybe this one is more of that.
I would say. That's actually very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really refreshing. Mm-hmm. But then as you get into maybe a warmer climate or perhaps some of the different winemaking that we mentioned earlier, you can get a much different expression. So we'll move on to the second one.
Number two.
Number two. Smells a little bit more fruit driven and maybe a little more ripe and more floral and kind of riper citrus fruits.
Boy, that does taste different, right?
A little creamier, rounder. The fruits go more kind of passion fruit and guava-esque, which is not uncommon for Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, and number three?
Last one on the left. So we'll smell that.
I know. I just gotta dive in, and you're the sommelier.
No,
I'm holding it wrong too, but
no, you're doing great. Okay. But if you smell this, these had a lot of fruit, especially the second one. This one has fruit, but it has other things too.
Okay.
And you smell like herbs and like maybe bell pepper or some green, a green quality that's not fruity. But still really crisp on the end.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about kind of a green fruit in there.
Yeah. So
that was very good.
Two of these are from California. One is from New Zealand, but I think they really classically represent where they come from. So shall we reveal them one at a time?
I think we shall, yes.
Okay.
And a price point as well.
Most definitely. So our crisp, refreshing, kind of leaner style is Masakan Sauvignon Blanc. This is Dan Petrosky, a winemaker based in the Napa Valley. And this style is more focused on kind of northeastern Italian white wines that are really kind of textural and minerally and lean and crisp. So this is, I'd say, a cooler climate example of
And
Sauvignon.
How much is that?
So that is 32 retail.
32 retail. We've only got about 30 seconds, so I hate to run you through it too quickly. But
no worries at all. Our second one,
oh wow,
Picayune,
color too, yeah.
2022, also Napa Valley Claire Weinkauf, the winemaker, a French native. And this is more of that kind of balanced, juicy style. That is $24.
$24. When they have a screw top, does that mean anything?
No, easy,
opposed to a
quicker
cork?
to get in the glass. That's all it
I
means.
love them. I know they're a lot easier to get into, but I don't know if that determined the quality of the wine one way or the
Another
other.
screw top.
There we go.
McBride sisters from New Zealand.
Okay.
Which one sister is in California, the other is in New Zealand. This is the largest black-owned winery in the world.
Oh, very good.
And really classic New Zealand flavors of that herbal quality I mentioned, but also really crisp and refreshing. So it kind of balances the two worlds of these two wines.
And the price point on that is?
And that's 20.
20.
So
these are very affordable.
yeah, very affordable, and you can find Sauvignon Blanc at a great quality lesser, but I think you just have to do a little more digging. That can be our next segment.
It's refreshing, I got to tell you that. Okay, well, we're going to do a little rosé, right? You're
Yes,
not
sir.
leaving just yet. So if
quite.
you're a rosé fan, and perhaps one of the biggest rosé fans in the country is right over there on the weather wall.
Absolutely.
And you will be joining us along with James in about 15 or 20